Things we don't like as caregivers, as special moms. One, we don't like to be stared at. We hate being stared at. These are kids like any other kids in your environment. It's just that they are able differently. So avoid staring us when you are in those public places. I remember this one particular time I took my son out to play in a playground with other children. And my child wasn't playing, but of course the other one was playing. So there was this particular woman staring at me because my son is not walking. She kept on staring at me, and I don't know whether he was sympathizing, he was looking at me, he was looking at the kid, he was confused as to what to tell me. But to be honest, we don't like being stared. Avoid staring us. Just approach us with smile. Come to us smiling. Look at the child and ask politely, is your child okay? Okay? We are not angry if you're asked that the child is okay or not. Just avoid staring at us. Some of these kids cannot navigate eating from the platter to the mouth. They can't do that because they are able differently. They have to be fed. Again, there was this particular time I took my child out and we were in this particular restaurant. And I was feeding my young ones, and on the opposite table, of course, I was getting those stares. Excuse me. Why is she even feeding her kid? This kid is grown up. She can feed. Please, before you judge, just know that some people in this world are able differently, and there are things that they can't do. If your child is able to eat by themselves, appreciate. Thank God. If your son can walk, can talk, can understand, can tell you what they want, thank God. These are some of the things that I learned, that life should actually be appreciated. When your child is okay, this is a flex that you should actually thank God for. Don't take it for granted. I learned so much. Yes, I am a kind person, but I learned kindness goes deeper. It goes so deep. So I learned a lot of things, and I know I could be sounding like I'm speaking French to some people, but yes, there are kids that can't feed by themselves. I won't shy from talking about mine. He can't feed from the plate to the mouth. He doesn't understand the navigation of eating from the plate to the mouth. Somebody can say that as simple as that. I mean, this is something that the baby can just see and do it. He can't do that. He can't actually walk without support. He can move from one place to another, but not for a long distance. But at the end of the day, we appreciate God for each and everything that the children, the special kids try and do sometimes. With special moms and caregivers, you see your child even turning, and if they were not able to turn at some point, you start seeing them turning, you start seeing them as simple as lifting their hands. That is an achievement, and we can't wait to see those hand lifts, those turn ups, those rolling of the eyeball. Imagine as simple as that. Then how else should we thank God? Do you know that there are children that cannot navigate as easy as just following the direction of the hand as it goes? They can't do that. But you're seated somewhere insulting another person's child that they actually have big eyes, they have bad legs, they're dark in complexion. And yet they are beautiful ones who are laying in bed. They can't walk, they can't stand, they can't do anything. But we appreciate all that. Before you go insulting another one's kid, remember there is a special mom like me wishing for her child to have walked, to be able to feed by themselves, to be able to tell you that I want to pee, to be able to understand. In a world where we can be anything, let's always learn to be kind. Kindness is a virtue. And sometimes the virtue comes with a lot of lessons learned as we trade through life. To special moms outside there, to caregivers outside there, I salute you. This job is not easy. It's the hardest job human beings can do. It is the hardest sort of employment that it takes a heart for someone to do. It's never easy. You're never settled. When you go somewhere, you're never settled. You keep thinking of the one you've left behind to be taken care of. I was forced to resign from my job. At some point, I could not do business. At some point in my life, I stopped doing me. And for a very long time, I asked God tough questions. Asking God questions is something that no human should do. But sometimes in your life, you ask questions. I know caregivers, I know it hurts. I know it pains. If you're watching this and you're a caregiver, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you never called for this. I'm sorry you never imagined for this. I am happy that when you knew that someone was growing inside you, you are the most happiest mom. But if only certain things could be revealed to us, trust me, some of this life could have been stopped earlier. But again, God is an outstanding person. He knows that if I tell so and so this is what is going to come to them, they will die before it comes, or they will run before it actually reaches them. He needs attention. See, mommy, say hi. Say hi. 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 He's such a jovial boy. He likes playing. He likes looking at himself and smiling. Anyway, I was saying that in a world where you can be anything, kindly ensure you're kind to your neighbor. Ensure that you stretch a hand if you are in a position to do so. The long nights that sometimes we don't get to sleep. Sometimes these kids they don't sleep at night. They start sleeping in the morning. And you have to sit by them. You have to wait them to sleep. You actually have to wait for them to sleep, which again is not easy. And I'm saluting all the caregivers, all the mothers, all the special moms who are doing this special job. There is someone up here looking at us, and there is someone up here who knows our problems and who is always gonna be there for us. Usually we get so emotional, and emotions come due to mourning the life your child should have lived. It's okay for you to mourn that life that your child might have lived. It's okay. It's okay. If you want to cry, cry, because we have to live mourning the life our children should have lived. And I don't know whether to say that. I do not know how to put it, but I just want to say that heavens knows you, and heavens count on you, on whatever thing you're going through, especially when you're a caregiver. May God be with you, bless you, touch you, guide you.